Hello, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all well and that you've had a really good week. Thank you for all the love on my return to YouTube last week. This is the most consistent I've been in a really long time. 2 videos, you are welcome. But yeah, it was really great. Obviously last week we went to see the clinic for the first time. We got Marco's DNA fragmentation results, we went to the zoo, so I just thought it was a really good video and I'm really glad that you enjoyed it too. This week I decided to film one of the most popular videos that I have had requested. I have been really reluctant to film this, and the reason I have been reluctant to film this or to talk about it on Instagram is because I know when I first started IVF and I went through my first cycle, even my second cycle, I got really sucked into the whole supplement taking, and because loads of other people were taking them on Instagram, I felt like I had to be taking them as well. And so I was taking all these different supplements and I didn't really know what for, and I was taking it because Jill on Instagram said that it was really good for egg quality and so on and so forth. That can be quite dangerous because you can overdose on certain things, and certain things aren't great for people with certain diagnosis and so on and so forth. The supplements that I take based off advice from a nutritionist. So I had a consultation with a nutritionist where she put together a supplement plan for me. It is quite extensive. I do take a lot. Not everyone will need to take this much, and please do not watch this video and then go and order anything without speaking to a medical professional. But I will now kind of go through what I'm taking and why, more than anything, just so you can see. So this is the list of my supplements that I was sent from my nutritionist. It's important to mention that I didn't order every single one because it was just working out so expensive. So I picked the ones that were kind of most important and were going to manage the symptoms that implemented my day-to-day life the most. So I'm gonna start off just by kind of showing you what they are. I will talk you through them. I will find out how expensive they are. I will Google them as I go and have a look at my order history and let you know how much I paid for them. I will pop some links below. Some of them you can't get without a practitioner's referral. There's a few from in vivo, however you want to say it, and you do need a practitioner's referral to be able to order anything off their website. It's the same place that I got my vaginal microbiome test from. So yeah, there's certain things that you won't be able to get without being referred. So I will go through all that with you now. So get yourself comfy. Hopefully it won't be a really long video, but I hope you enjoy it and I hope it's useful for you. Okay, so we're back with a new hairstyle. Let's go. So the very first one that I'm going to talk to you about is kind of like a multivitamin that I think most people take. Most people will take either, like there's a 7 C's trying to conceive one. There is what's it called? Well Woman, I think that's the most popular one. Proceed, Proxeed, all of that. I take the Zeta West pregnancy plan one. So this is the one that I take. So it is a complete multivitamin. I did used to take Proceed. However, I changed to pregnancy plan after speaking to my nutritionist. Not because there is anything wrong with Proceed at all. Marco is still taking Proceed every day. He gets on with it really well. I got on with it really well. The only reason I changed to this is because it is cheaper and because my nutritionist said it is just as good. So that is what I am on. I get on with it fine. The tablets are quite big. I don't know if you can, so you can see there, like they are quite large tablets. But I get on with them fine. I take one a day. I usually take it at lunchtime. If I forget, then I just take it at any point during the day. But yeah, I got on with it really well. So it's got folate in it. It's got everything that you need in it. So if you are just going to take a kind of like multivitamin, then I think it's great. But I also, like I say, I got on really well with Proceed Max. So you know, I'm not saying one's better than the other at all. It's just that one's a little bit cheaper. The next one I take is vitamin D. So I take vitamin D purely because when I had a blood test with my clinic, I have a bit of a vitamin D deficiency. My vitamin D levels are really low. I say really low. I don't think they're the lowest ever. I think that's a bit of an exaggeration. I take 2 of these a day. So I take 2,000 IU a day. IU, is that what it is? Yeah. But I take 2,000 of those a day. So I just take 2 tablets. I take 1 in the morning, 1 at night. So the next one I take is this one. So this is, if I can get it to focus. Oh, it's very cold. It's been in the fridge. So this is the next thing that I take. So this is Bare Biology. So this is a really high strength fish oil. So it's omega-3. I take this, I take quite a high dose of this. So I'm just gonna read it off my phone. I do apologize that I am gonna keep having to do this, but there is no way that I can remember what each of these are for. So I take a teaspoon of that a day. When I first started taking it, I was just putting it in drinks. I don't actually think it's that bad. Some people will think it's really fishy. It is really high strength, but I thought it was absolutely fine. I get on with it all right. I take that because it is anti-inflammatory. It's good for the immune system, it's good for blood thinning, it's good for egg quality, hormones and mood. So that is why I take it. Blood thinning, I have got a history of blood clotting in my family, as I said, so that is one reason that I take that, but also because of the hormones, the mood. I really struggle with well, not quite my emotions, I'm not emotionally unstable, my husband might beg to differ. I take it because my moods are all over the place. I have kind of self-diagnosed but PMDD, which is basically a really severe form of PMS. Where your moods are just all over the place. It's really, really severe. I will put a link to it. It's better that you kind of read it than me trying to explain to you that for 2 weeks every month as a minimum, I'm just an emotional wreck. But that is one of the reasons why I have that such high strength. Also, obviously our embryo quality hasn't been very good. They don't think it's my egg quality, but it's good for me to kind of make sure that my egg quality is good. I've always taken omega-3, that's always been advised by my clinics, but now I am on a very, very high strength one. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, like I say, it's not the nicest thing in the world, but it does the job. It is just pure omega-3. I think you can get the tablet form as well, but it isn't as high strength, is my understanding, which is why I'm on the liquid form. So the next thing that I was advised to take was ubiquinol. Ubiquinol, I believe, is a stronger version of CoQ10. And I think it's a lot easier for the body to break down. However, it's for egg quality. I'm not taking ubiquinol. I am still on CoQ10, and the reason I am still taking CoQ10 is quite literally because I had bloody loads of it in the house. So I was just carrying on taking this. The amount of other things I was taking, I didn't really see the point in ordering anything until I had run out of this, because otherwise it would have just been a waste of money. I am very, very, very near the end of this. I think, yeah, I've quite literally got 5 tablets, so I need to actually order some. So I am going to get on the ubiquinol after this. I think I have enough time before my cycle really for it to get into my system and make a difference. So yeah, so that is great. This was a 4-month supply, I believe. Vegan friendly, no artificial colours or flavours, GMO free. So this one is a Nutravita one, and yeah, I get on with it fine. Okay, so the next thing that I take is actually magnesium citrate. So on here, this is the one I've got. I think it's BioCare. Yeah, there we go. Magnesium citrate. On here it tells me to take it 3 times a day. However, my instructions on here are just to take it before bed, so that's what I do. So I only take 1 a day. I take it in the evening. This is, I believe, to help with my moods, is that right? Let's have a look. Magnesium citrate, yeah. Hormone, stress, cycle regulation. And you can continue this throughout your IVF cycle and throughout the pregnancy, so that is what I'm going to do, providing that it works. But yeah, it's supposed to help with your moods. Cycle regulation, mine seems to be a little bit all over the place at the moment. I have actually just started taking norethisterone to try and bring on a period. So yeah, this I can't say has really helped with my cycle regulation. But yeah, they are quite large. Let me, all of these tablets seem to be quite large, but this is what they are. So they're little filled, little capsules, which again isn't gonna focus because it's a pain in the ass. Why would anything want to focus? Is it gonna focus? There we go, yeah. So you can see they're quite big. They're like 2 fingernails long. But I'm not that bothered when it comes to taking tablets. I don't know if I'm a rare breed, but it's never really bothered me taking tablets, so they are fine. The next one that I take is vitamin B12. Again, this hasn't been recommended by my nutritionist. This I have been taking for a little while, based on some blood tests I had and based on the fact that I always seem to get ulcers around the time of my cycle. Although my blood test came back fine for vitamin B12, I take them anyway because it seems to be the only thing that stops my ulcers, so that's why. What is next on my list? Okay, so now the supplements that I'm about to show you, oh, other than this, so I'm currently on metformin. Metformin is a prescribed medication. I take that for my PCOS, but I take that 3 times a day. Don't take it unless you absolutely have to, because it does make you want to shit yourself 3 times a day. It really isn't very nice at all, but it has really helped with my PCOS symptoms, so I can't really complain about it at all. The next lot of supplements, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. The next 5 supplements I take purely because of the infection I had. So the infection I had was effectively a really severe form of BV, which is bacterial vaginosis. Speaking to multiple professionals, they think that this is potentially what caused my tubes to be blocked. I used to get BV quite a lot as a teenager and when I was in my early 20s. It's not a sexually transmitted disease or anything like that. It is just a bacterial infection. It is really, really common. Most people will have it throughout their lives. But yeah, I think when you have it once, you will probably be told to get something over the counter like this. So this is Canesflor. So I take this at the moment once a week. It's a vaginal pessary and it just helps clear up any infection. I did do it every day, and now, like I say, I'm on it weekly and will be taking it weekly up until my cycle. I also had the gel, which I had to use before this. If you go to the doctors, 9 times out of 10, they will tell you to just get something over the counter. Sometimes they will give you antibiotics, but in my case they didn't. However, because it was recurring, I could have done with the antibiotics, and the fact that I didn't, and I also got used to get it like where I wouldn't really have any symptoms. Like this time when I had it, and like I say, I had it really severe, I did not have any symptoms whatsoever. I had no idea that I had that until I did that vaginal microbiome test. Again, that was something I did through in vivo. It was something that my consultant had ordered for me. It's not something just readily available on the NHS. However, if you think you have BV, you can go to your GP, whether you're going through treatment or not, and they will test for it. But what they think has potentially happened is that BV turned into pelvic inflammatory disease because it went untreated, and as a result, it blocked my tubes. So I'm on this because the infection was so severe. For some reason, this infection seems to love me. So I have got quite a lot of supplements to try and keep that at bay. So the first one, like I say, is Canesflor. It's a vaginal pessary. Pop it in before you go to bed. Do put a sanitary pad or a panty liner or something in, just FYI. Don't say I didn't warn you. Treat them as though you would like progesterone. So when you're going through IVF, after you've had the transfer, you will put progesterone in 3 times a day, and it just causes, obviously, what goes up must come down. Need I say any more? So I also take Simprove every day. I can't show you it because we have literally ran out. However, Simprove is a probiotic. It is pricey. It is very pricey. However, I think it is bloody brilliant and really, really, really recommend it. We get it in the mango and passion fruit flavour. It's great. It is just a probiotic, but it will help me in terms of keeping my bacteria at bay. The next one is, what's the next one on my list? This one, Biome Femme. So again, little supplements. It's absolutely fine. It's just a tiny little tablet, this one. I say it's tiny, it's bigger than the vitamin D, but yeah, that's it. Just really, really little, but again, it just helps with the microbiome. It helps keep certain bacteria, which I'm not even gonna try and say, I'm not even gonna try and say it, and then I go and say it. Vaginal lactobacilli. So again, it just keeps the bacteria at bay, or helps to anyway. The next one that I take is this one. So it's the Advanced Biotic Complex. This you have to keep in the fridge, which I find really interesting. It is not going to focus. Again, this is really annoying. There we go. I think it's such a pretty bottle, I have to say. I really do like it. But this is an Advanced Biotic Complex. So again, it's a daily probiotic for all the different bacteria even, that contributes to BV and all the different wacky crap I had going on down there. So that's great. So that's why I'm on that. Again, take that every day. The next 2 things are powders, and I do struggle a little bit with powders in drinks, and I think it is all it's mental rather than anything else. Like, I don't think they actually taste like anything at all, but I do find it a little bit odd doing it, and I'm always really worried that it's going to taste disgusting. But I have to say, both of these are absolutely fine. You put them in your water and you cannot taste it at all. The Proceed Max was also a powder that you put in your drink. That tasted really orange, and I didn't really like drinking it because it was so strong. So I started putting that in vanilla yogurt. So it was basically like an orangey, vanilla-y yogurt, and it was much nicer. Much preferred it that way, or in a smoothie. However, these I do just put in water because they're absolutely fine. So I take Inositol and folate. So this is a Zeta West one. Again, I think it's great. It doesn't taste of absolutely anything, but the Inositol I do take for my PCOS, and it really does help. When I do take it religiously, I do forget to take this, I have to say, but when I do take this religiously along with my metformin, my cycles have been really regular, but again, it's got folate in it, so this is great. Again, I don't think it was the most expensive thing in the world. I can't remember. I will go through all the prices with you at the end. But this I don't think was too pricey at all. Got it direct off the Zeta West website when I also got the pregnancy plan. So the final one that I take is this. So it's BioMe PrebioGOS. It's a food supplement. I literally have, when it focuses, there we go. I literally have half a teaspoon of this in water every day. And this again is for the bacteria. So a lot of my protocol is really quite heavy in terms of bacteria wise, and making sure that that's at bay, because that can be really problematic. It really isn't great for implantation, so it's just making sure that that's at bay, and it's just not very nice. It's not very nice to have. So I hope you found this video informative and interesting at the very least. Like I say, I really don't recommend that you take anything without speaking to your consultant, speaking to your doctor, whoever. But yeah, like I say, I am taking all of those on the advice of nutritionists and my consultant. So they are what I'm taking. They're the reasons that I'm taking them. You've got the prices. If you want to have a look into any of them, then go ahead. But like I say, do not order them on my account. I have not told you to order them. I've just recommended that you perhaps look into them if you would like to do so, as I get asked so many times. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next Sunday for another video. Hopefully the norethistramine will stop kicking my ass, because I feel like utter shit. I literally put makeup on just to do this video. Didn't bother doing my hair, as you can tell. But I will see you next week for another video. Have a great week. If you haven't already gone over and listened to the Am I Ovary Acting podcast from Friday, we were talking all about friendship breakups. Really, really good episode. Hope you loved it. And if you haven't, I hope you love it. Also, do make sure that you've subscribed to my channel, and I will see you next Sunday for another video. Have a great week. Bye.